Hello, welcome back to the VTOL VR Definitive Campaign Guide. Today we're going to be finishing off the Border War campaign for the T-55, which is also the last available mission for the T-55. Yeah, the T-55 only gets 5 missions in its campaign. It's pretty short. At least it got a campaign, unlike the F-45 and H-94 in shambles. Final mission for the T-55 Tyro's Border War campaign, Checkmate. Force the enemy to surrender by destroying key targets at their primary airbase. Disclaimer: if it sounds like I'm trying to rush today, that's because I just spent nearly an hour trying to fix my headset that was not displaying. Because thanks Meta, we love Meta. Some update just completely borked Oculus Rift S headsets that I have. Pro tip: if you have an Oculus Rift S headset and it's not and it's like just a black and it's just completely displaying a black screen no matter what you do, the fix is to just block Oculus Dash.exe from connecting to the internet, and that fixes it for some reason. Thanks Meta. Thanks, Facebook. Thanks, Zuck. Anyways, Checkmate. Now that we have demonstrated our ability to take control of hostile territory, we believe that a chance at ending the conflict is within reach. Destroying key assets at one of the enemy's major bases may be the critical strike to force a surrender. There are many targets, so you'll need to be heavily armed. You and your wingman will deploy from the aircraft carrier, which is fully stocked and ready to rearm you as needed. The airbase is heavily defended by SAM and AAA installations. Targets include several vulnerable supply tents, grounded aircraft and vehicles, as well as hardened bunkers, so equip yourself as necessary. It is possible that by now the enemy have recovered some air assets, so be prepared to face light air threats. Alright? So we're doing a strike against a major enemy base, so we need to be prepared accordingly. Unfortunately, because the T-55 can't really carry a whole lot of munitions, we are gonna have to rearm for this mission. So, and they did mention there might be air threats. Prepare for light air threats. So here's what we're gonna do. For the initial launch, we're gonna be first of all, on our initial, because we're gonna take off once, do an initial strike, and then we're gonna land back and rearm, and then do our main strike. So here's what we're gonna do. On our inner wing hardpoints, we're gonna be carrying AGM-88 harms, because maybe to take out the radar-based air defenses at the airbase. We're gonna use harms to take out the radar-based air defenses, which consists of 2 MAD 4s. So we're gonna use our harms to take both of those out real quick. And then we're gonna be carrying air-to-air missiles to take care of to deal with the air threats. Now there's only gonna be light air threats, so we don't need to carry a whole lot of air-to-air missiles. And you know what? And because actually the air threats are very light, I'm just gonna showcase some of the less used air-to-air weapons. I.e. the older air-to-air weapons. So we have the AIM-7 Sparrows, which are semi-active radar-guided air-to-air missiles. And to use this, you need to maintain hard lock on a target until the missile makes impact. If you lose lock at any time, the missile is trashed. So that'll be a challenge. And we're also gonna bring the AIM-9E Sidewinder, which is an older variant of the Sidewinder that is only rear aspect, meaning it can only lock onto the aircraft's engine. So you have to lock them from behind. So this ought to be interesting. This is obviously, if you want to do this optimally, this is obviously not optimal, but it should be interesting. That's all right. Let's and this will be good for our initial launch. We're gonna take out we're gonna take out the SAMs. We're gonna take out the air threat, and then we're gonna land back and rearm. So and then we're just gonna detach our TGP for now. We'll come back for the TGP when we rearm. All right, let's go.
Echo 1-1, this is it. If you succeed, we can stop this conflict for good. There's a lot of targets, so we're sparing no expense. You've got wingman and carrier support. Don't waste it.
Roger that. All right. So you can see we do have wingmen. We do have wingmen again for this mission. Although they are if you look at them, they're only equipped with air-to-ground weapons. So they're not going to be useful against the air threats at all. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to get ready for takeoff. Tower, Echo 1-1, request takeoff.
Echo 1-1, Tower, roger that. Hold your position and wait for clearance. Echo 1-1, you're cleared to taxi to Cat 4.
Alright, Cat 4. Let's go. So, as I was saying, our wingmen are not going to be helpful for the air threats at all. So what we're going to do is we will need our wingmen for this mission. They actually will be important for the mission. All right, approaching the catapult. Launch bar down.
Echo 1-1, locked in. Throttle down and run your launch checklist.
So what we're gonna do is basically we're just gonna get them to hang back until we've cleared the airspace.
1-1, shields up, ready to go.
All right, let's go. All right, gear up. 1-1 is away. Flaps up. Catapult trim off. And let's go. Wingman orbit here.
Roger.
Alright, so I've just told my wingmen to hang back around here, to hang back around the carrier. Wingmen disengage.
Roger.
Wingmen orbit here.
Copy that.
I've just told my wingmen to hang back around here, by the ships. So they're gonna hang back around here, and while we're gonna start heading forward. First thing we're gonna do is take out the Mad Fours without harms. So as we head out, there's something there's something silly I want to point out about this mission, because this is the exact same map as all this is the exact same map as all the previous missions have taken place in. And you see that beach over there? That is the docks where we took out. That is the docks where we took out the radars of the ships. So you can see this is the Point Alpha ingress into the river valley right here. And that beach over there.
Is heavily defended. Pick targets as you see fit, but it might make it easier to go for the air defenses first.
So this beach over here is where the ships were docked. The ships whose air defenses we took out in mission 3. So yeah, and if you remember, that's not too far from where our base is. So why are we launching from a carrier? Why do we have to launch from a carrier? It's silly. Anyways, first things first, we're gonna quick save right here. So what we're gonna do is use these hills for cover, and then we're gonna peek up and immediately fire off our harms at the Mad Fours. There's gonna be 2 of them. We're gonna fire off 1 harm at each. There's 1.
Shoot.
Magnum.
Copy.
Magnum.
Solid copy. Will do.
Missile launch.
All right.
Routine.
Dive down. Get down. Get down.
Plop.
All right. That's harms are away. Let's get our radar up. I'm gonna jettison our harms. Arms are away. Spectator cam. Our harms are currently flying towards the target, and we just and we just have to hope they don't get intercepted. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Impact. Looks like they were effective. It appears that harms were effective. Ah, damn it! One of the Mad 4 survived. Damn it! One of the Mad 4 survived. Yeah, one of our harms were intercepted. That's a reset. If either of your harms are intercepted, if either of your harms get intercepted, that's a reset. Let's just try. So I recommend just that's why we quick save. But I recommend just reloading and trying again. Magnum. Alright, Magnum. Down, get down. Alright, let's try that again. Trying that again. Impact. Alright. This time, alright. Attack effective. Both Mad 4 radars have been neutralized.
Echo 1-1, Overlord, pop-up group bra, 03040, low, hot.
Oh, AWACS has picked up incoming aircraft. Roger that. Alright. Now, this time our attack was effective. Both SAMs have been both Mad 4s have been neutralized. So now the air that gives us some breathing room. We're basically just clear to fly to increase altitude now. You might notice we are detecting MC radars. Those are 2 NMSS cruisers. There's also a SAW that's over by the airbase, but we're well out of range of that. So we're detecting 2 MC radars. Those are actually the same. So those are actually the same cruisers whose radars we neutralized in Mission 3. Those are actually the exact same ships whose anti-air radars we neutralized. So they don't have any anti-air defenses other than the Sea-Wiz, and those radars are merely their anti-ship radars. So yeah. Again, don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. We don't have to worry about them for now, but what we're gonna do now is we're moving to intercept these two bandits. Detecting them on RWR as Tango. Ooh. And those are at hold on, I'm spiked. Defending. Oh yeah, smoke in the air. Smoke in the air. Detecting 2 bandits. Those are actually spiked. Those bandits are actually hostile T-55s. Alright. Fox 1. Alright, Fox 1. So, in case you don't know how to use a semi-active missile, you have to maintain hard lock on the target. All right, splash 1. Splash 1. You attain hard lock on the target. Oh, there. Fox 2.
Shoot. Shoot. Shoot.
They're going for our wingman. Fox 1. Our Fox 2s weren't too effective. Alright, splash.
Echo 1-1. Overlord. Grand Slam.
Alright, Grand Slam. All air threats neutralized. Alright, the airspace is clear. Returning to the carrier to rearm. Splashed. Alright, all hostile aircraft splash. So the air threats are only those two T-55. That is the entire extent of the hostile air threats. Now we're heading back to the carrier to rearm. So I was saying, if you don't know how to use a semi-active missile, you have to maintain hard lock on the target. You have to get hard lock on the target, meaning, say for example, you tag the target once. This is known as a soft lock. This is just track while scan mode, known as a soft lock. But you cannot fire a semi-active missile in this state. What you have to do is get a hard lock. You have to click the target again, and once it says lock, this is a hard lock. You cannot detect other targets during a hard lock. This is known as single target tracking. But if hard lock, you can fire off a Fox 1. And then you have to maintain the hard lock until the missile impacts. If you see the target flashing, if you see like the target in the target box like moving erratically on your HUD, that means the target is basically popping flares and it's likely you're going to lose the lock, and you're likely going to lose the lock. Anyways, tower Echo 1-1 request landing.
Echo 1-1 cleared to land on the carrier.
All right, coming in for landing. Oops. So we we splashed both of those. We splashed both hostile T-55s. And that's all of the air threats on. That is all of the air threats. Hold on, I need to set up the ILS, which is 1072. All right, coming in for landing. Oh geez, we lost a lot of speed there. That's a lot of speed loss. Alright. I was not looking at my speed.
Call the ball.
Echo 1-1 ball.
Roger ball.
Alright, we have ball. Coming in for landing. Now remember, this aircraft, like the F-30, so the F-45, this aircraft is significantly smaller than the FA-26, which means you have to aim the touchdown closer.
You're lined up. Lined up. 3-wire.
All right, good.
Welcome back.
A little wobbly. That landing was a little wobbly, but it's fine. Alright. We're heading, taxiing to a parking spot to rearm. That was a good 3-wire landing, although it was a little wobbly.
Ground crew is ready to rearm on your command.
Roger that. Alright. Let's shut off the engines and get rearmed. Ground, request rearm.
Copy.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna on our wingtips we're gonna get sidearms. On our inner wings we're gonna carry Mavericks. 6 Mavericks. Out on our outer wings we're gonna be carrying CBU-97 cluster bombs. So these are smart cluster bombs that you just drop them over the target and then they'll deploy a bunch of smart submunition dispensers that automatically scan for targets and will fire armor-piercing projectiles at those targets. So, yeah. Of course, you need a TGP now. And on our belly, we're going to be carrying GBU-39s. And this loadout should be enough. This loadout, along with our wingman, will be enough to deal with stuff. All right, let's get back out there.
You're all set up. Good luck out there.
So I didn't really explain the AIM-9E sidewinders. Those are rear aspect only heat-seeking missiles, which means you have to track. Which means they can only lock onto the engine exhaust, which makes them kind of terrible because you can only target them can really only target them from their back half, which usually means that the missile has to chase the target, which really makes it not ideal. So yeah, and as you saw, our sidewinders were not effective at all. Both of those were trashed. But our Sparrows did actually work. So you know what? I'm happy enough with our Sparrows, I guess. All right, let's start it back up. Let's go. Tower, Echo 1-1, request takeoff.
Echo 1-1, you're cleared to taxi to Cat 1.
All right, taxiing to the catapult. Launch bar down.
Echo 1-1, locked in. Throttle down and run your launch checklist.
Alright, ready to go.
Echo 1-1, shields up, ready to go.
Alright, we are in the air. We are airborne. Now we're gonna head out towards the enemy base. I'm gonna keep our wingmen hanging back here for now. Actually, I can get my wingmen hanging out a little closer. Wingmen, form up.
Copy.
I'm gonna get my wingmen get a little closer to the target. Now we're gonna start scanning the target with our TGP. So our targets are our targets that's on the enemy air base are to take out all of the landed aircraft, all of the structures, and all of the structures at the air base, which basically means the bunkers and supply tents, as well as all of the vehicles that are parked at the airbase. So additionally, we are also to sink the enemy ships. The enemy ships. We're gonna sink the cruisers. We're gonna be finishing off the cruisers at the enemy airbase. All right, there's the cruisers. You can see there's 2 NMSS cruisers and a DMS cruisers, just like in Mission 3, but they have no air defenses at all. They do not have any air defenses. So what I'm gonna do, wingman orbit here.
Roger.
I'm gonna have my wingman hang back here because there is a saw at the airbase, and we want them to we don't want a wingman. There's a saw, there's a AAA gun, and there's also a couple of IR-APCs. So we want to take those out before getting our wingman in, because they will likely get themselves killed. They will likely get themselves killed if they... they will likely get themselves killed if you just send your wingmen in. If you send them in to contend with those. So first things first. So we can take a while we're here we can take a look at the
Those
airbase.
hardened bunkers are going to need heavy-hitting bombs. Task your wingmen or rearm at the carrier if you need to.
Roger. So there's the saw. There's an IR-APC. There's a AAA gun. And there's another IR-APC like somewhere there. Those are the the targets. I'm actually gonna mark the IR-APCs. All right, we are in range now. What we're gonna do? We're gonna quick save, and then we're gonna take out. We're gonna fire off. We're gonna take out the cruisers. Two Mavericks per. You're gonna use a Mavericks to take out the cruisers. 2 Mavericks per cruiser.
Shoot.
It looks like they're deploying their ships. We're not picking up any surface-to-air radar signals, but they might be planning to launch missiles at our carrier group.
All right.
Destroy them before they get in
All right.
range.
Rifle. Alright, missiles away. Rifle times 6. Nope, I didn't do that. I'm an idiot. Alright, cruisers neutralized. Hostile all cruisers neutralized. Alright, next step. Next thing, we're gonna take out... Oh, jeez. We're spiked. Diving.
Launch. Pull up. Altitude.
We're gonna take out the... You're gonna take out the...
Shoot.
The saw.
Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare.
And the AAA.
Chaff. Launch. Flare. Missile launch. Flare. Chaff. Flare.
Okay. And then we're gonna try... Alright. Alright.
Altitude. Chaff. Flare.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad.
Chaff. Flare. Missile landing. Flare.
Uh,
Landing.
okay. We're taking heavy fire. Taking heavy fire from the bunkers. Oh, jeez. Okay. Whew.
Missile launch.
Flares out. Flares out.
Chaff. Flare. Landing gear.
Okay. Oh.
Landing gear. Landing.
So that was a tactic that I haven't really tried
Landing
before.
gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Shush.
Land-
That was a tactic that I haven't really tried before, but I guess it worked. What I did is in the first pass I took out the saw with a sidearm, and as the sidearm approached, that activated the AAA gun, and then I used my sidearm to take out the AAA guns as well, and then I also strafed one of the...
Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare. Pull up. Chaff. Flare. Pull up. Pull up. Chaff. Flare. Pull up. Pull up.
Okay, we're good. Then I also strafed one of the targets, one of the IR-APCs. Alright, whew. Alright. Now that's all the air defenses at the airbase neutralized. Now we have a bit of breathing room. Alright, now we have some breathing room. Whew. I forgot. So yeah, I used my sidearm to take out the saw. I used another sidearm to take out the AAA gun. and then I strafed the closer. I strafed the closer IR APC. But then I had to break off because I forgot about that bunkers can shoot back at you. Fun fact, bunkers can shoot back at you. Wingmen, form up.
Copy that, lead.
Alright, so what we need to do now... So now that the airspace around the enemy base is clear...
Shoot.
I'm gonna dump our empty hardpoints. Our next targets are the bunkers. Are those bunkers. Our next targets are going to be those bunkers. But you want to be careful not to fly near where the Mad 4s were. You may have noticed there's a line of units like a little bit from the airbase, like over there-ish. You want to not fly near there because even though the Mad 4s have been neutralized there's still a couple of AAA guns. They are not primary targets. They are not our targets. So we're just gonna avoid them. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do next. Gonna mark the bunkers, and we're gonna take out the bunkers. We're just gonna bomb them with our GBU-39s. Where are our wingmen? Alright, they're coming. They're just slow. So we're gonna just fly over the base, and we're gonna bomb those bunkers with our GBU-39s.
Shoot. Shoot.
Pickle.
Copy.
Alright, bombs away. Wingman, attack my target.
Roger that, lead. Starting my attack run.
Wingman, attack my target.
Copy. Attacking target.
Alright,
Visual on hostiles. I'm engaged.
alright, so I've just dropped my bombs on those targets. You might notice we only had four bombs, but there are 6 bunkers. That's why we have our that's our wingman's job. The last 2 bunkers are the task of our wingmen. Alright, Shack. 4 bunkers down. That's 4 bunkers down. Now, while our wingmen deal with those, targets, we're gonna prepare for our next bombing run. Our next bombing run with our cluster bombs. There's this group of 4 artillery vehicles over here. We're just gonna drop a cluster bomb on them. We're gonna be using the CCRP auto function for this. Pickle.
Copy that, lead.
So these are located right next to that closer IR APC. Now our wingmen are gonna take out those bunkers eventually. It might take some time for them to do so. Why is our wingman flying towards the line of air defenses? Alright, this guy is coming in for his run. Alright, rifle. Copy rifle. Copy rifle. He's fired off a Maverick. What's our other wingman doing? Alright, good effect on target. Artillery vehicles destroyed. Sorry, I didn't really get to watch. Sorry, I wasn't really watching.
Shoot.
Airborne tech missed.
How did you miss? My guy, how did you miss? How did you miss with a Maverick? How did you miss? What? I have no idea how they miss with Mavericks, like, on a stationary target. Because our wingmen have Mavericks and...
Missile launch.
and GBU-38s and have both Mavericks and JDAMs. So I have no idea how it's even physically possible for them to miss. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Just gonna like okay. Anyways, our next target is gonna be this cluster of vehicles over here. We might have to come back around. Okay, no.
Shack, good hit on target.
Copy Shack.
Attack order complete. Flight lead.
Roger. Alright. Coming in on this group of vehicles. Pickle.
Copy that, lead.
Bomb away. Our next target is this group of vehicles over here. This cluster of vehicles. And you know what's great for clusters? Cluster bombs. Copy Pickle. AAA gun isn't activated. Oh, that's just actually just targeting. That's just shooting at my cluster bomb. That's not gonna do anything. Silly AA guns. Woo! Good effect on target. Looks like we had one rocket artillery truck that survived. That shouldn't be a problem.
Shack, good hit on target.
Roger.
Target has been neutralized.
Wingman attack my target.
Roger that, lead. Starting my attack run. Tally hostiles. I'm moving to engage.
I'm just gonna send my wingman after that last rocket truck. Wingman attack my target.
Solid copy. Attacking your target.
The guy with the wingman with the Irish accent. I believe his name is Shamrock, because of course the Irish guy is named Shamrock. Not to be confused with your wingman from Ace Combat 6. But anyways, careful. Oh jeez. AAA guns are lighting up.
Check.
Get effect on target.
Target splashed.
Wingman, disengage.
Magnum.
Missile launch.
Copy.
Someone fired a Magnum. That's fine, I guess. Wingman, orbit here.
Roger. Wilco.
Apparently, our wingman fired a Magnum. That's fine, I guess. Probably he targeted one of the AAA. Fine by me. Don't think that's gonna do anything though, because those AAA guns have switched off their radars. So the Magnum's not gonna be able to track anything. Alright, so next target, we're gonna be strafing these for our supply tents, as well as these. In this pass, we're gonna strafe these supply tents and the grounded aircraft. So actually, we're not gonna lock on our TGP. We're just gonna come in for strafing run. And guns. The short burst on each supply tent. All right.
Over chaff flare.
Flare. Chaff out.
Chaff flare.
All right, we're good. Oof. All right. One of the AWACS aircraft survived. We're gonna need That's gonna need its own. That's gonna need another run. Coming back around. Actually, I might just send my wingman. Have my wingman like try to bomb it or something. In fact, I hope they bomb it. They might actually just try to strafe it. Like the AI, I might just actually try to strafe it since it's an aircraft. Well, let's see. Instead of just bomb it or missile it. Wingman, attack my target.
Copy. Attacking target.
Wingman, attack my target.
Engaging targets. Copy that, flight lead. I'm engaging.
Alright, lastly, alright, we're gonna do one more strafing run on these supply tents right here. Guns. Wow, that was Alright. Good effect on target.
Over T.
Turning away to avoid those AA guns. See, now this is teamwork. Sort of. I'm doing most of the work, and I'm designating my wingman to target anything, to just mop up anything that I miss. But I mean, hey, you know what? You know what? They're doing a good job. Ooh, they actually dropped the bomb. Nice. He actually dropped the bomb. Nice. Let's observe. Let's try to observe the target.
I missed. Going back around.
How did you miss? How did you miss this? How did you miss? It's a stationary target, my guy. How did you miss?
Pickle.
Roger. Copy pickle. How did you miss? It's a stationary target. Yeah, I don't know how a wingman just miss. I really don't know how they miss a stationary target. If they miss again, I'm just gonna strafe it.
Excellent.
Good
work.
effect. Good
All
hit.
targets destroyed. They'll have no choice but to surrender now. You can return to the carrier or West Island Air Base. Your call.
Alright,
Missile launch.
Shack. Target destroyed. Reporting target destroyed, lead.
roger that.
Magnum. Pickle. Ordnance away.
Wingman regroup.
Copy that.
Alright. All primary targets neutralized. Returning to base. Our work here is done. Returning to base.
I missed. Going back around.
Yeah, so that mission actually is pretty simple. It's pretty leisure. It's actually pretty leisurely once you take out all of the once you take out the air defenses. That mission is pretty leisurely. Your wingman even get some action. Hooray! Yeah, our work here is done. We can now either land back on the carrier or back at our air base. Which I might actually. You know, actually, no, we have time. Let's go land at the carrier. Tower, Echo 1-1, request landing.
Echo 1-1, tower, copy. Flight heading 158. Expect runway 34. Echo 1-1, cleared to land on the carrier.
Because my concern is if the carrier decides to turn around. But I think we have a bit of time until the carrier turns around. Wingman RTB.
Roger.
Alright, RLS is already set from the previous landing. Now we just need to perform our landing. Gear down, flaps down.
Landing gear.
Shush about landing gear. Never tell me about landing gear. The landing gear alert has never been useful except for maybe once. Has never been useful to me except maybe once. and even then I just ignored it. If you're wondering, the once that the landing gear has been alert actually has warned me, actually properly warned me, is when I did a vertical landing in the F-45. I did a vertical landing in, I was doing a practice vertical landing in the F-45,
Echo 1-1.
and I forgot to lower my landing gear. Echo 1-1 ball.
Roger ball.
I need to shift a bit to the right. And I forgot to lower my landing gear, so I just landed on my belly. I mean, it was a vertical landing, so it wasn't too bad, but, you know.
Lined up.
Alright, approaching carrier.
You're lined up. Lined up. Right for lineup. 4-wire.
Ah, 4-wire.
Back. Follow the taxi path to your parking
4-wire.
area.
Could have been better, but it's fine. Alright, good landing. Good landing. Got a little wobbly at the end. It's fine. Let's go taxi to our landing, to our parking spot. And yeah. And wrap it up.
Ready to rearm and refuel.
Alright. Here's the parking spot. Let's shut her down. We can watch one of our wingmen do a landing. Ground request rearm.
And what can we do for you? Okay, you're good to
This
go.
is just, I just did that to spin us around. To spin us around so we can get a better view of the landing. Two-wire, like they always do. Yeah, I came in a little high on that approach. Like, as I said before, you gotta aim lower. You gotta aim lower because the aircraft is much shorter, is much lower to the ground. It's smaller and lower to the ground compared to the FA-26. Nice. I just aimed a bit too far forward. Oh well, it's fine. Mission accomplished. And with that, that is the end of the Border War campaign and also all of the missions for the T-55 Tyro. Now there is only one aircraft left in the game, and that'll be the end. And that will be the end of this guide series once we're done with the next aircraft. But with that, that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.